even on one leg. Dadarsha, saw. Vibhuddha, demigods. Rishabhan, the great personalities. Translation: the sage was standing on one leg. But as soon as he saw that the three deities had appeared before him, he was so pleased to see them all together that despite great difficulty he approached them on one leg. No purport. Next verse. Pranayama dandava bhoma upatastairitavanjali vrishabham sa suparnasthan shvai svais chinyaischa sinitan. Thereafter he began to offer prayers to the three deities, who were seated on different carriers, a bull, a swan, and Garuda, and who held in their hands a drum, kusha grass, and a discus. The sage offered them his respects by falling down like a stick. Purport. Danda means a long rod, and vat means like. Before a superior, one has to fall down on the ground just like a stick. And this sort of offering of respect is called dandavat. Atri Rishi offered his respect to the three deities in that way. They were identified by their different carriers and different symbolic representations. In that connection, it is stated here that Lord Vishnu was sitting on Garuda, a big aquiline bird, and was carrying in his hand a disc. Brahma was sitting on a swan and had in his hand kusha grass, and Lord Shiva was sitting on a bull and carrying in his hand a small drum called Damaru. Atri Rishi recognized them by their symbolic representations and different carriers, and thus he offered them prayers and respect. Hare Krishna. So this is how we're being celebrating the appearance of Lord Krishna, appearance of Prabhupada. So this is also a type of appearance. This is the Lord is appearing to his devotee. We generally celebrate appearance of Krishna more than any other incarnation, because Krishna is the primeval of all God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, the source of all incarnations. The fountainhead of all incarnation, avatar, is Krishna. So we primarily observe the appearance of Lord Krishna as above all the other incarnations. So here also, Lord Vishnu appeared along with Shiva and Brahma, because it depends on how and where and for what purpose the Lord appears according to the reason behind. So here he appears with Brahma and Shiva. Brahma and Shiva is also sometimes known as Bhagavan. You know that Brahma is known as Bhagavan, and Shiva also is known as Bhagavan. They're not ordinary demigod, because Shiva and Brahma, they are top of the demigod. They're in fact great devotees of Krishna. All the demigods are actually devotees of Krishna. They are known as Sura. Sura means they are opposite to what the demons are. They're devotees. If they're not devotees, they wouldn't be working under Krishna, because demons, they are opposed to Krishna. They're in the material world. They don't want to serve Krishna. They want to disobey the orders of Krishna. They deny the existence of God. So if they are demigods, obviously we all know that they are servant of Krishna. That's why they're given the position to manage the universe on behalf of Krishna. So Brahma and Shiva, they are known as Bhagavan. But Bhagavan doesn't mean just Krishna is the Supreme Bhagavan, there are also sometimes devotees known as, like Narad Muni, also known as Bhagavan, because they are so close to Krishna. But they never said that they're Bhagavan. But by worshipping such great personalities like, Brahma and Shiva, like I was just been in Hong Kong, and just a few days ago they had in India, they do the Ganesh Puja, for 9 days or something like that. So I was there for many years. Behind, very near to our ISKCON temple, there is a Hindu mandir. And so they worship Ganesh there. And so just so happened that I thought to just go and visit the Ganesh temple on the way to ISKCON. Because my friend, the Indian people, they said, let's go visit. That was my idea. Just so happened that I went to the temple. It's the first day of the Ganesh Puja, the first day, happened to be. I just arrived from Taiwan. And then when I went up there, the pujari is my friend's mother. She said, just on time. Today is the first day of the... yeah, but there's a word. What is that? Huh? Ganesh Chaturthi, yeah. But there's another word also. In 9 days, right? And so he said, you come on the first day. And Ganesh also means very auspicious. He said, Ganapati Ganesh is on his way. They're carrying from one room to the temple. So can you blow the conch on his arrival? I said, oh, happy to be. So I was blowing the conch and blowing, and it wasn't coming. I was blowing and blowing. And they were having a kirtan. Not kirtan, they were singing some other prayers to Ganesh. All the ladies. And I was only... Yeah, those songs. Many other songs. So I was thinking, so I was just blowing and blowing, and the Ganesh wasn't coming. So then, and they were singing very, like we do kirtan, very enthusiastically. And there's two men, they were playing the drum with a stick, really loud. You can hear it from down the road. And another guy had a metal thing on the finger, and it was clicking, and it was really loud. And I was blowing the conch because I had to, it's so overpowering, the sound, that you couldn't hear the conch anymore. So then Ganesh was coming. So I thought this is a very, I was very lucky. They all said, oh, you are very lucky. And I said, yeah, obviously, I'm a devotee of Krishna. Ganesh. But Lord Ganesh is happy that when we serve Krishna, he welcomes the devotees to serve him. So we can worship Ganesh, we can worship Shiva, if our main purpose is to ask them for blessing to serve Krishna better. That is okay. So we don't condemn people worship demigod. They can worship demigod if the purpose is to ask them for blessing that we can develop love for Krishna, love for Prabhupada, love for Guru, love for Vaishnavas. This is how I see it. So I always, if there is a Hindu temple, if you go to a place like Singapore or Malaysia, there's so many Hindu temples, South Indian, everywhere. And we just have one big temple, that there's Hindu temples everywhere. So they are Sura, they are demigods, they are servant of Krishna. That's why they have given the authority in the universe to run the universe on behalf of Krishna. So they are devotees. We cannot say, they're demigod worship, we go to hell and this, that. We should respect the people. In fact, here in our temple, here and all over the world, the Hindus are coming, and you can see they are so seriously praying to Krishna. So I don't see that they are worshipping demigod, maybe for other reasons. As long as you are worshipping Krishna, like I said, as the primeval of all the demigods, of all the supreme, is Bhagavan. So on the side they want to worship Ganesh, so on the side. I think that's okay. So Srila Prabhupada, pure devotees, he used to condemn, like, this is not the place. If you worship demigod, Krishna himself said, the less intelligent people, they worship demigods because they do not know that Krishna is the source of everything. Like watering the root of a tree, the whole tree is benefited. automatically. You don't need to separately water plants and the leaves and fruits. So, but everyone is less intelligent in this Kali Yuga. And so here, Krishna appears in different incarnation and different forms. He has unlimited pastimes, unlimited lila. Lila, pastimes of Krishna is like the waves of the sea. You cannot count the waves of the sea. Like you go to the sea here, Australia is surrounded by ocean. There's so many waves breaking after the other. Try to count them. Or like the stars. If you're living in big cities like other cities like India or China, you can't see the stars. There's so much pollution. If you're living in Australia, you can see the stars. So clear sky. Try to count the stars. There's millions and billions of stars. So it is mentioned that Krishna's pastimes are taking place, are like the millions and millions of stars. Leela, his avatar, his appearances, all over the creation. So this is one of his avatar. Krishna appears on Garuda. It's mentioned Garuda is not an ordinary bird. I was so surprised when I came here. You can see so many birds in this temple, all around. And the whole kitchen, they were coming inside. Yeah, And I was living in, like in China, you don't see any, there's no animals around. It's not around. So Garuda is not ordinary bird. He carriers of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu doesn't travel on ordinary airplane. If you say you want to fly somewhere, so many hours of sitting. If you are flying to India 4, 5, 6 hours, then you go to, I just came out 10 hours from Hong Kong, you go to US, maybe 17, 18 hours. You think it's fun? It's no fun. You're sitting in there, stuck in there. But Lord Garuda is very comfortable. It's not like he's sitting in a small bird, huge. They say the wings of Garuda, when he's flapping his wing, there's the sounds of the Vedas are emanating from the wings. And Lord Vishnu is sitting on the back of the Garuda. It's so comfortably. Lord Bhagavan is sitting. So, when Krishna comes here, he comes with his devotees. So here, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma is accompanied by Garuda. By Lord Vishnu and Garuda. So sometimes demigods, devotees it's mentioned in Bhagavatam, that devotees are better than demigods. There's a verse like that, where it's mentioned that demigods, they are coming here to take their, associate with the devotees. You are more lucky, you are more fortunate, because you have the chance to go back to Krishna more than the demigods. If you are in the heavenly planets, you don't have much of a chance to go to spiritual world from there. Everything has its systems. You have to be here in this planet and chanting Hare Krishna in this planet with the devotees. If you want to go to spiritual world. But if you're in the heaven, impossible. Because you have so much enjoyment, you don't want to chant Hare Krishna 16 rounds. You're too busy enjoying. But they're devotees. They have been there, but they are not pure devotees. Thousands of years there. And here we only live for 100 years or less. We have more chance of going back to Godhead than if you're being in the heavenly planets. So it's mentioned that the demigods, they're lining up to take birth in Kali Yuga to participate with the devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna. Because this is the concession. This is the direct connection. If you don't have this connection, don't think you can make it from heavenly planets. Suppose you're in the Brahma Loka, you may have more chance. But it's more chance to go back to Godhead from this planet when you are chanting Hare Krishna. This is why we are so serious about chanting. Chanting Hare Krishna is not just we're chanting japa and then chanting kirtan. It's two different things. Same thing, but when you're chanting and singing, dancing, this is very purifying. And you go in the street chanting. So when you're chanting japa, it's for personal gain, more or less. Like you more sincerely chanting and hearing the mantra to get the 16 rounds nicely chanted. So it's not that you chant 16 rounds and it's finished, and then you don't get them done, 16 rounds done nicely. That's important. Not that you just get the numbers done. Quality 16 rounds. Quality is very important. So, the demigods, they are always aspiring to associate with devotees. Lord Shiva, he's aspiring to associate with the gopis in Vrindavan. So he was not allowed. But he knows that this is the highest. Serving Krishna, devotional service is the highest. It's in the in Bhaktivedanta London temple, I think, there is a murti of there's two chairs on the side of Radha London Ishar. It's mentioned that when Srila Prabhupada was having a kirtan, Sandhya Arati, and at the end of the kirtan, Prabhupada asked the devotees, he said that there was Brahma and Shiva doing the kirtan. He said, did you see? All the devotees said, no, we didn't see anyone. Prabhupada can see. And Prabhupada asked, the devotees asked Prabhupada what was their saying, what was his reaction. And Prabhupada said that Brahma and Shiva, they were just laughing at you. They're saying, you are so funny, and you are so, they're curious to see the white people chanting and everyone chanting like that. So that means they were very pleased. So Prabhupada said even today he wanted 2 seats next to Radha Krishna in London temple. So if you go today, you'll see there's 2 seats, 2 empty seats, because that's Brahma and Shiva comes time to time. So sometimes we are thinking, we sing and dance on a festival day. We want to be on the altar dressing on a festival day. Krishna is here every day. Never, don't think you're alone. Krishna is here means everyone's here, all the spiritual world. So sometimes we are having a lot of fun. There's no comparison with chanting Hare Krishna and associated devotees having a big kirtan. There's no comparison with some mundane singing, or in a nightclub, or in a pub, or some rock concert. This is such an amazing feeling. And the energy, when it comes, when you're chanting Hare Krishna and singing and dancing, that energy is spiritual energy. It's not the energy you get from a high on drugs, perhaps, or any source of material energy. It's so spiritual. Here we see all the devotees, when we're chanting Hare Krishna, all of a sudden your tire is gone. You're in the ashram or at my place, so hard to get up. Not today. And when you take a shower and you come here, just like on Radhashtami, and I just came the day before, I was thinking, wow, it's going to be really tough getting up and going to the program. And because I had festival 3 times. I left here Janmashtami, I went to Taiwan, Janmashtami. Same thing, cooking. And they didn't have all this amazing kitchen. They had a big wok and, like struggling. They had to cook for 1,000 people. That's finished. Then they said they wanted a Tono dinner night. So to plan that, make a dinner night. And then fly out next day, they had a typhoon in Hong Kong. So then I said, it's canceled flight. So there was Maharaj there, so we had a Harinam. Saturday, every Saturday they have big Harinam. We meet the Harinam, then they have another Harinam in the evening, another area, because Maharaj was there, Giridhar Maharaj. And then so I came here to Radhashtami. And I was thinking, how am I going to get up and go to the temple? And when I opened the door, just opened the door, there was like, the spiritual energy was like flowing onto me. There's so many people here, it was like, It's like entering into like an oven. Being baked in Krishna consciousness. No chance of wait a minute, I want to go home or have a rest. It was just so much spiritual energy coming out. Just open the door. I was like, wow. All my material concepts and tiredness and all the things in my mind was like blown away. I could be here with everyone, just one of the devotees. Like you just be one of the devotees. Don't think like I'm this. Just be part of the devotees. Just flow around. It feels so good. Be with everyone. Flow with everyone. Be part of the devotees. Let them step on you or whatever it is. Just be part of it. Like Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, I don't want to be a grass in the house of devotee because they can step on me. So we have to have the actual same attitude. Living with the associated devotees, thousands of devotees, it's fantastic. Like whoever you are, it doesn't matter. You are part of the family. You're part of Krishna's family. Like when you go to Mayapur, thousands of devotees from Russia, from Europe, from USA, from Australia, India. It's thousands of devotees. And you are so-and-so from Melbourne. No one's going to notice that. All you can see is Radha Madhava. And everyone's everywhere. Maybe me, people know me from here and there. But if you're from here, maybe your family, nobody will know you. But if you're looking for, like, somebody should notice you, forget that. You're not going to get that in a big temple. So we're here to praise Krishna. We're here to step on us by the Vaishnava. That's what we want. So when you are among the devotees, it's such a good feeling. Your material conception just flies away. If not, devotees will make sure your material comfort flies away. They'll chastise you. So it's a good thing. We want devotees to make sure we are Krishna conscious. This is why Krishna appears. This is why Guru comes. The purpose of their appearance is to wake us up from this material existence that we are suffering for millions of years. To return to His lotus feet, back home, back to Godhead. So sometimes we say, back home, back to Godhead. That's what it means. And when we're here in the temple, we feel so good. Because at every moment of that time while we are here, associated devotees, it feels that way. We are already uplifted. There are so many stages of devotional service, like to the stage of Baba, pure love. I think you are already on that. We are going in the kitchen, cutting the vegetable, chanting Hare Krishna, associating devotees, cleaning, sweeping the grounds, and working in the restaurant. All the services you do, you're already on that level. If you're not, it'll be very difficult to do your service every day. You think, oh God, I have to chant Hare Krishna again, I have to associate with devotees again. No. It feels fantastic. So when you come in the temple, Krishna is here. His avatar manifests in many ways. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna has appeared in His name. So if you're chanting Hare Krishna, you're thinking, oh God, I have to chant again. But Krishna is there in His name. You taste the holy name, you can feel Krishna right there. You feel great. You chant Hare Krishna 1 hour, 2 hours. We hear the stories from Bhagavatam thousands of years ago. The sages used to meditate, hundreds of years. Sit in lotus, meditate. We find difficult to sit for 5 minutes. Starts aching and itching, and somebody opens the door and it feels good to go out. You are so many thoughts. But actually, if you take shelter of Krishna, just for one round. I remember Gurujan Prabhu came to China, and he was telling everybody some japa workshop program. And he was saying one word, he said, just try. Just give it a try, Prabhu. Give it a try. Did you feel the mantra? He was telling on and on. I said, what mantra? I'm feeling it all the time. Just one mantra. Like one Hare Krishna. That's one mantra. Did you feel it? Just try your best. And everyone's like, oh, I had a hard day, I worked too hard, I can't concentrate. No, give it a try. He was just keep telling that. japa workshop. It's a very hard job to be able to sit in one place and chant. That's why somebody has to be there and telling us, get on top of it. Chant 16 rounds, quality rounds. Wake up. Are you getting it? How you feel it? Are you, did you wake up yet? There's always somebody has to work on us. If not, your mind's going to work on you. Isn't it? Mind's working on us all the time, more than anybody. So it's a very struggle to be Krishna conscious. This is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. This is why Krishna appeared. This is why all the great Vaishnavas come. To give us their mercy. Shower us their mercy. I was telling the other day, that Srila Prabhupada has come here. When Srila Prabhupada lotus feet touched and any place, that place has become a success. It's a success story. There are so many little kids like this kid, Srila Prabhupada touched his head on them when he used to give out cookies during the Guru Puja. And Maharaji used to make cookies for Srila Prabhupada for distributing during the Guru Puja. They made the best cookie ever. Because Prabhupada's going to be distributing that. We're making Australia halwa. Srila Prabhupada started that. That's why it's so good. He started it. Australia is famous for halwa. And USA, I remember when I was in Vrindavan Gurukul, I told my teacher, when you go back to America, bring some halwa. Because we heard so much. In India, we're making halwa differently, not the same. So we can't bring halwa from India. There are regulations. So he used to bring burfi from New Vrindavan. New Vrindavan, so I had a lot of friends from Spanish boys. They're from New Vrindavan. And so my teacher used to bring, he said, I stayed up all night making this burfi for you guys. And here's some. He was quite reluctant to give us. I said, please bring some burfi for us. And cow's milk from our New Vrindavan farm. At that time they had a lot of cows. So he had big, like with a silver foil. I mean, in India we never seen silver foil. So wow, silver foil. I folded up, kept it in my pocket. Kept the silver foil in my pocket. And every day I look at it, I say, wow, this is from New Vrindavan. My friends, So this burfi from New Vrindavan was so tasty. When you put it on a hand, it was very oily because of the butter. And, in India we get milk like, in our Goshala, you get 1 liter of milk, you have to line up, put your lota there. When your cups, put all the lotas, and then your turn, you get 1 liter of milk. And after waiting for hours, fresh milk. And then he was bringing this burfi, it takes him 100 liters to make this much burfi. He said, so he really enjoyed that. So, it's Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that's what I'm talking about. It's Srila Prabhupada's mercy that we have this Hare Krishna temple all over the world. Srila Prabhupada is like an avatar, an incarnation. It's like avatar. Cheta Guru is spirit. The soul is the Cheta Guru. The Guru sits in your heart. He guides us. And the Guru, Krishna says, I from within send the Guru to you. Seeing your sincerity to serve me, I send the Guru to you who can guide you to become Krishna conscious. And that's Srila Prabhupada. This is of this mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have this Melbourne temple. And all of you, devotees, and so many people are coming here. I have been here 1984, the first time. 1984. Some of you maybe before you were born. That time, this temple, I'm the only Indian. All the white devotees, they're not around, gone here and there. So I was talking to some of the devotees, they're saying, we don't have any white people, make more white people devotees. You become Krishna conscious, they will come. It's not that we have to go out of our way to make, they will. They see our sincerity. Now we are living here very comfortably. You go to India, there's big floods. The water is coming on the platform in Mumbai. Hundreds of people dying. Water everywhere. America, half the country is underwater right now. I watch news, I see this, the world's so crazy. And people are coming to become Krishna conscious. They're sick of material world. They want Krishna consciousness. There's so much disaster. The Chinese and here, everyone's, North Korea, they want to fight with America. And then everyone get involved. There's lust, anger, and greed. This is all due to not being Krishna conscious, not seeing Krishna as the supreme. Krishna is the enjoyer. When we want to become the enjoyer, then we start to fight. I'm better than you. My country is better than you. You're better than me. Then all this quarrel comes, quarreling. Kali Yuga means quarreling. Hypocrisy. Kali dosha nidhe rajan. Kali Yuga means full of quarrel, dosha, full of fault. Everyone's fighting. Prabhupada used to say, they're fighting like cat and dog. This Kali Yuga means lust, anger, and greed. We always get angry at each other. If you not get angry at each other, we get angry with yourself. Why did I do it? So we need to purify through chanting. We need to associate with devotees. This is why all our Hare Krishna temple is here due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, due to the mercy of Krishna. This is why it's so wonderful. You have to always give credit to Prabhupada, the founder guru. I always see it that way. I'm nothing. We are just the tools. Prabhupada used to say we are the 6 Goswamis. They said we are the tools in the hand of acharyas. Tools means like an instrument. Oh, I make the pizza. Oh, I made the rasagola. I made this. I'm a good Mridanga player. I'm the singer. I'm this, I'm that. Like you're in Mayapur, nobody notices you. Only Radha Madhava. I've joined in Mayapur. I go there, nobody even noticed me. Who are you? So, but we're not here to looking for recognition. We want Krishna notice us. That's enough. We can be tiny speck of dust. We say when you write, I'm your insignificant servant. We are. When you write in the letter, we write, I'm your insignificant servant. At the back of the letter. I remember I said, I'm your insignificant servant at a cat or a dog. I'm your insignificant, warmed, like that. But when it comes to reality, we don't say it, I'm warm. When you fight, I'm not warm, I'll beat you up. Who are you? But so it's theoretically we are mentioning it, but actually we need to put ourselves in that position. And that's what Krishna is very pleased. So when Krishna appears in this material world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, along with him the demigods come, along with his devotees come. Krishna never comes alone. That's the nice thing. Same with us. We're never alone. Krishna is always in our heart. Krishna is with us. Wherever you go, we have to always see that way. And if we think, I can do whatever I like, nobody's watching me. That's not true because Krishna is in your heart. So always strive for perfection in Krishna consciousness. Like when I first came here, it's a big challenge for me. Extremely challenge. Last 15 years, I'm fully independent. I know I can do whatever I like. I have my own work, everything. I make money. I go to the temple, and like that, and give a class, everything. I come here like a lot of work, and you have to be surrendered. Surrendered is what Krishna wants you to surrender. And all the letter I got from the devotees, from Maharajas, I was working under. They all said, very good what you did. You went to Melbourne temple, you surrendered to Krishna. It's very good. You should be doing that before, much before. Why you waited so long? Because you say, you can now give up your independence. You can now surrender. I say, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the instruction. I'm very happy here. So, in the beginning, it seems like so difficult. But when we actually execute the service, we feel great. Always. Every time. Wow. Finish. I feel so good. Relax. It's not like that, but if you look forward to doing it again, it's so purifying. We're not going to live here forever. So do it with graciousness. Do it with pleasing mood. Do it with happiness. I'm here cooking every day. Somebody just came in the kitchen in the morning, and then they came in the afternoon, and towards the late afternoon they said, "Oh, I saw you in the morning, you were still here again." I said, "Yeah, you were goofing around, I'm still here doing service." But the thing is, when you do service, you feel good. It's not a thing, something you enjoy it. It's pleasing Krishna. What pleases us when Krishna is pleased? When Krishna is pleased, that's what makes us happy. Like when we share with someone something, it's not that you enjoy yourself, you share with others, that's the best thing. Even some kids, they always give to the parents before they eat. I share with elderly, I share with brother or sister, I give to the parents. This is the culture. And they sometimes, like when I was in school, to somebody, I lead a kirtan in the temple, long kirtan, brahmachari, they come to me, here's, they give me red packet. Red packet called, in China, red packet. If they give you money, they put in a red color packet. They call it red packet. So, this is not the reason I go to China. Krishna consciousness. So, people used to give me red packet. I said, I don't want the red packet, give me Mahaprasadam. Because we never see the Mahaprasadam in Vrindavan. They sell it if you don't have money. I said, so we make friends with the rich people, devotees who are rich. They always buy Mahaprasadam for you. So you have to be tricky. So then in India, the Indian people are very pious. They would come every day for Mangalarti, some rich Indians. So we give them all the Mangal sweets, we save them for them, donors. Here you don't see it, like it's all gone. Somebody comes with a lota, fill it up, they're all home. All gone. I was telling the devotees, I've been here so long, where's all the Mangal sweets? They're all doing well, leading the kirtan, someone's up there with the lota. In India, they will give to the donors that come from Mangalarti, or they sell it. So, you always get the glory for what you do. But the glories you get is serving Krishna. So if you want something from Krishna, Krishna will give. Krishna is always there for us. See? Never ask for material things from Krishna. Krishna already knows. He will give you that. He's always there. Like, you can tell your own story. If you're in Australia, I just met your friend, is Shubhananda in Taipei. He said, I miss Melbourne. I had to preach to him because he didn't look too happy. He wanted to come back here. I said, you might have to wait longer. So you don't know how lucky you are here. There they didn't have much temple, small temple. There. He has to go to work. There's not much to do at the temple. Here we have a lot of service. In India perhaps also, but he's from Taiwan. He can't just go to India. So I told him that just enjoy Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. Krishna creates a situation for us. It's not under our control. Krishna puts wherever he wants us to be. It's up to him. Life is short. Wherever you are, chant Hare Krishna. We're here, you're there. Doesn't matter. We're all in the same family. Prabhupada's family. Enjoy it. And chant Hare Krishna, be Krishna conscious wherever you are. At the end, you will go to spiritual world. That's all. We're here, not like we were living 1,000 years ago. You can still go on Skype and talk with each other. We know we love each other, but on a Krishna conscious platform, we can share our Krishna conscious realizations. We can do that from distance. And say, Hare Bol, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Same thing. The sharing through joy of Krishna consciousness from a distance. This loving comes from distance. It seems like distance. Krishna is there in the heart. When Draupadi was being pulled with the sari, and Krishna was in Dwarka, and she was calling, hey, Dwarkanath, hey, Krishna finally said, Draupadi said, it took so long for you to come. He said, I had to come from Dwarka. You're calling me Dwarkanath. I had to get on the chariot, get my driver, chariot. I said, I didn't even have time to call for driver. I walked here. So it takes more time. I have to walk here. But Krishna walks means he was there all time, on time. So Krishna is always there for us. Hare Krishna. I can talk long, but no. We need to do also yoga. Any questions? Quick questions.
You want to tell us why all the three deities came together?
All one?
Three, when he was doing austerity, all the three deities had appeared before him all together.
Yes, sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. In this case, Brahman, primal demigods, and like I said before, it's not only demigod, they are Krishna's personal, universal, and they are devotees. So when Krishna comes to encourage him, they come with a special person with them. Brahman, Shiva, they are top. So it's just like when someone here might want to go see you, a home or office, they bring someone that you appreciate more, perhaps. So Krishna knows what will please him. So there are different circumstances. In this case, Brahma and Shiva came, perhaps they are there to also bless them, along with Vishnu, because they are in that power to bless them. So Krishna sometimes comes alone, but he's never alone, or he brings his representatives. Like that. Narad Muni doesn't come always with Krishna. He goes before to tell he's coming. But this time Brahma and Shiva, because Brahma and Shiva, they are Krishna agents, personal agents. So there are different reasons. That's my personal view on this. We need to finish. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.